What's up, Ben? How's it going, man?
All right, man. How are you?
All good, all good. Another huge game this weekend is Germany against Spain. This is also on Friday night, international friendly. This pitches together the two last winners of the World Cup. Germany won it last time in Brazil. Previously, it was Spain. Spain are actually unbeaten, Ben, since June 2016, I found out in my research.
Okay, that doesn't come as a huge surprise. They've got some amazing players.
Spain do have some amazing players, but let's start with Germany. Look at this, man. Look at this depth chart that Germany has. They've got players in every position. Some of the players aren't even in the squad. On the left-hand side, I see Marco Reus. He's not actually in the German squad right now.
Right.
He's still come back. In goal, Neuer, he's still not even in the squad. He's still to come back.
And Ter Stegen's been arguably the best goalie in Europe.
This German side are absolutely ridiculous, managed by Jogi Löw. In general, Ben, how do you think they're going to get on at the World Cup? And then let's talk about this game.
I think they're the team to beat at the World Cup. Obviously, the holders. But just like you showed with the depth, they won the Confederations Cup with a reserve team, more or less.
Yeah.
I wouldn't maybe worry about if they got a striker, a world-class striker, but maybe they don't need a world-class. They've definitely got more world-class players in any position than any other country.
I think maybe some French people out there would disagree with you, but aside from that, I agree with you. Up front, they've got to choose. I think it's going to be Timo Werner or Sandro Wagner. Those are the two options.
Isn't the question how much desire they've got? Because they've already won it. A lot of these players have already won it. Jogi Löw is kind of coming to the end, we think, of his tenure as Germany boss.
Maybe.
Do they have the actual desire to actually go win it? Whereas, on another video, we were just talking about Brazil.
Yeah.
You kind of feel Brazil will be super fired up for this World Cup because of what happened at the last World Cup.
But
whereas Germany might not be, they might be a bit more blasé in the key moments.
I think it's what you mentioned though before. They won the Confederations Cup. What Germany do is they recycle their team. They bring in new players. So maybe the old guard have all gone and they lost it. But they've got
some of them have Schweinsteiger, Mertesacker.
They've got so much young blood. Leon Goretzka or someone. He's going to go to Bayern Munich, for example, next in the summer. Lots of good players. In fact, the only weak spot I think in the German side is at left back, where they've only got Jonas Hector.
Okay, he's a good player.
Yeah, he's a good player, but he's the only one that they've got. It's like that's the only space in their team. Everywhere else, they've got crazy players. Germany, though, this weekend they're taking on Spain. There's no Alvaro Morata in the Spain squad. That's a bit of a shock.
Yeah, that is a shock. But when you look at the Spain squad, it's just packed with obviously amazing talent: De Gea, Ramos, Piqué, etc. But it's just a midfield. You look at it. And you wonder if even this Germany side will get the ball back because you've got Silva, Iniesta, Thiago Alcantara, and you've got.
You've got loads of players. Asensio in there.
You've just got fantastic midfield. Isco was the other one I was looking for.
Yeah.
So it's just fantastic midfielders. I think again, like Germany, you wonder. I don't want to be too English and too Spurs about this, but you wonder how good these squads would be with a Harry Kane, because it looks like without Morata, Spain are completely relying on Diego Costa because the other two strikers are Rodrigo, who's been okay for Valencia, and Iago Aspas, who's been good. He's not the laughingstock he was at Liverpool, but he's not world class. I don't think anyone, even diehard Celta Vigo fans, are not going to say he's world class. So you've got a reliance on Diego Costa, which might work because he's a good player. He's a shit house basically, and he's fresh.
Yeah,
and he can score goals, and he's playing well, but. It's questionable whether that is enough. Whether he's the top class striker to take you to the World Cup, to win the World Cup. I think though that this is a fantastic game on paper, and there's absolutely all to play for because both teams will surely go for it because they're preparing for the World Cup. This is one of their last tests.
No, for sure, and all the fringe players have to make it count in these games. There are only a couple more games to go to prove yourself to make it to the World Cup. In the World Cup, you just touched on it a bit, Ben, but Spain in the World Cup, how do you think they're going to get on?
I think they'll go far. There's no doubt about it. I don't think. I think they'll go further than last time. They get out the groups. I think, like we said, the desire will be there for players like Iniesta. Potentially, Piqué will be the last one. De Gea's well up. He's had unbelievable season. So that having a world class goal is important. I would say I think semis. You would lock them on. I think no.
I don't know. I'm interested to see how the political stuff all goes down for Spain as well. It's been a very crazy year for the Spanish, the Catalan independence. There's had that Piqué falling out with Ramos. They're constantly, there's that issue, what's going on between them.
I think they got over that though, no? With all the consecutive Euros and the World Cup win.
You'd think so, but I don't know. The Spanish, it's not perfect right now. It doesn't feel like Spain are fully in sync, although we could still see Real Madrid, Barcelona doing it in the Champions League this season. You can never write off Spain. Germany, obviously, I think they're coming into the World Cup as a better side, but Spain, also definitely going to be there or thereabouts in this competition. Friday night's game, I think, should be high scoring, maybe?
No, I don't think that at all, actually. I think it'll be low scoring.
Why do you think?
Because I think both sides just like to hold the ball. Got quite similar styles. I mean, Germany have become more like Spain over the years. And I just don't think, like we said, I'm not sure how many goal scorers there are. I mean, maybe Lampard on a 3-3 now because we've said this, but I think it'll be quite low scoring. Also, the desire, they're not going to give everything away on the day. They'll go for it, but they won't go for it like a completely competitive match.
Yeah.
Plus, they've got a game on Tuesday.
Big game.
Germany, Brazil on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Who is Spain? Spain go to Russia. I know it's France and Russia.
Yeah.
Spain have got another game, so they may rotate players. Lopetegui low will rotate players more.
There'll definitely be some rotations in this game, but
players that they want to get involved in the squads, younger players that are not always locked in.
Yeah, should be a fascinating game. Germany versus Spain Friday night. We cannot wait for it to start.